headshot, smooth aim, and fast reflexes, you only need to tweak one small setting, DPI, which can transform your free-for-all gameplay from a noob to a pro. Increasing DPI makes drag headshots more accurate, makes aiming faster, and increases the joystick's responsiveness. But the problem is that most players either use the wrong DPI or think it doesn't affect gameplay, and that's their biggest mistake. Now, first, you should understand how DPI is actually used. DPI stands for dots per inch. It refers to how many dots or pixels move on the screen within 1 inch. This means that if you swipe slightly with your finger, the screen will show more movement. The higher the DPI, the faster the screen responds to your touch. And when you use DPI, it will have a direct impact. When you drag headshot or one tap, the sensitivity changes. Now, remember, not every phone has the same DPI. You'll need to choose the best DPI for your device. I'll explain everything in detail later. Don't skip the video. And yes, I've also included several developer options settings here, which will make your gameplay and phone experience even smoother. First, to turn on the DPI setting, go to the About Phone section. Here, you'll find the OS version or build number. Tap on it 7 times to open developer options. I already have it, so I'll go to additional settings and click on developer options. You can also search for developer options and find it here. Once there, you'll need to find a setting called smallest width. You won't find a setting called DPI. You'll need to search for smallest width. Well, mine already has 406 DPI, which is what came with the phone. I haven't increased it yet, but if your phone is a low-end device, meaning it's between 2 and 4 gigabytes, you should set a DPI of 400 and 480. Okay, high DPI can cause lag, therefore, medium will be best for you, and both aim and drag headshots will be balanced. Okay, so keep it at 400 and 480. Now, let's talk about mid-range devices, meaning those with a 6 to 8 gigabytes device should keep a DPI of 500 to 600. Okay, don't go any higher than that. This is most recommended for players, for smooth drag headshots and perfect balance. Finally, we'll talk about those with flagship phones with 8 gigabytes or more RAM and a 120Hz display. So, they should set a DPI of 650 to 720. The maximum DPI limit will remain the same. Don't go any higher than 720, so I kept my DPI at normal, 406. And one more thing to note. Don't overdo it when setting the DPI. A high DPI will make the screen touch oversensitive, okay? And you won't be able to control the recoil if you use a gun like the UMPS. And if you're still confused, the best trick is to test the DPI based on your phone. Increase it by 50 to 50 and see where the long headshots land. And as I mentioned, don't set the maximum to more than 720. So, set the DPI accordingly. Now, let's move on to those secret settings in developer options that will take your phone to the next level. Well, let's start with settings. First, I'll search for developer options and then turn on a setting. Now, here, you have to make every setting carefully. So, watch the video until the end. Once you reach developer options, you'll have to scroll down. You'll see this setting a little later. Okay, let's scroll down further. And here, you'll see this setting in the entire setting just below the animation scale. Force 4xMSA. So, you have to turn it on here. What does this setting basically do? Well, once you turn it on, your phone's GPU will work its best. It will smooth out the textures and graphics on your phone, and you'll see images in high quality. This will also eliminate lag and frame drops, and significantly improve game quality. Those with mid-range to high-end devices can easily turn this setting on. But what about those with low-end devices? It will consume more battery. This setting is quite good, but the only problem is that it drains the battery a little more quickly. Now, move forward to setting number 2, which you'll find in developer options. And after going to developer options, scroll a bit. You'll find a setting close to the one you used before. It's called Disable HW Overlays. You might even see it written on your screen right now. So, read carefully here, and this is the setting you need to turn on. You can see it, so, let me quickly turn it on here. Talking about this setting, it says, always use GPU for screen compositing, below. Well, let me explain this setting to you in great detail and in simple language. So, whenever you open an app or game, the graphics displayed on it are handled by 2 things. The GPU, meaning graphics processing unit, and the CPU, meaning control processing unit. By